I have rights. I have the right of education. I have the right to play. I have the right to sing. I have the right to talk. I have the right to go to market. I have the right to speak up.
She's become the voice for girls around the world. In 2011, CNN interviewed Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani girl who gained international headlines 2 years earlier for speaking out for girls' education through a blog she wrote under a pseudonym.
When I see my name in the newspaper, I feel that, yeah, God has given this honor to me and I shall accept it.
Malala's life changed forever on October 9th, 2012. While on her way home from school in Pakistan's Swat Valley, a group of armed Taliban boarded her school bus, asked for her by name and shot her in the head. 2 of her classmates were also wounded in the attack. But Malala's injuries were so severe, doctors didn't think she'd survive. She was airlifted to a military hospital in Peshawar, where she had surgery to remove the bullet lodged in her shoulder. From the UAE to Germany to the US, doctors from around the world offered to treat the young girl. But ultimately Malala flew to the UK, where she continued treatment at Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham. When hearing about the attack, people around the world were inspired by her courage. Many attended prayer vigils and lit candles.
We want justice!
Others stood in support of her efforts through rallies, holding up her picture and demanding change. Malala was discharged from the hospital in January and underwent reconstructive surgery a month later. In 2011, when asked why it was important for her to take up this cause, she told our Reza Saya,
when I looked at my people and my school fellows and in the ban on the girls' education and the Taliban, so I thought that I must stand up for my rights, the right of education, the right for peace.
Malala is attending school in the UK, but she continues her fight for education, and worldwide support for her continues despite threats from the Taliban. Fanula Sweeney, CNN, New York.
Just give up.
That there will be haters, there will be naysayers, there will be disbelievers, and then there will be you proving them wrong. That I'm going to fight my fears. We all have fears. Fear of unknown, fear of known, fear of losing people. So I wrote down one by one all those fears, and I decided that I'm going to overcome these fears one at a time. You know what was my biggest fear? Divorce. But the day I decided that this is nothing but my fear, I liberated myself by setting him free. And I made myself emotionally so strong that the day I got the news that he's getting married, I sent him a text that I'm so happy for you and I wish you all the best. And he knows that I pray for him today. Number 2 was, I won't be able to be a mother again. And that was quite devastating for me. But then I realized there are so many children in the world, all they want is acceptance. So there is no point of crying, just go and adopt one. And that's what I did. You'll be surprised to know another bigger fear that I had in me. It was facing people. I used to hide myself from people. When I was on bed for 2 years, I used to keep the door closed.
What can you do to promote world peace? Go home and love your family. If you are humble, nothing will touch you, neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are. Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. If you can't feed 100 people, then just feed one. Intense love does not measure, it just gives. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. A life not lived for others is not a life. People are unrealistic, illogical, and self-centered. Love them anyway. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples.
The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Never bend your head, always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. All the world is full of suffering, it is also full of overcoming. When one door closes, another opens, but we often look so regretfully upon the closed door that we don't see the one that is open for us. Keep your face to the sunshine, and you cannot see a shadow. 4 things to learn in life: to think clearly without hurry or confusion, to love everybody sincerely, to act in everything with the highest motives, to trust God unhesitatingly. There are no shortcuts to anywhere worth going. I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. I thank God for my handicaps, for through them I have found myself, my work, and my God. The most beautiful world is always entered through imagination. A happy life consists not in the absence, but in the mastery of hardships. If you can dream, you can do it. Be happy with what you have, while working for what you want. Life has 2 rules. Number 1, never quit. Number 2, always remember rule number
I've sacrificed a lot and I don't feel bad about it, but if you want to achieve something, if you have a goal in your life, you will just think about that and not think about the sacrifices.
I would say I was born in politics, but quite a different type of politics than one sees now, because politics was not a career. It was being part of a movement for freedom. And it absorbed all one's being. I mean, I don't remember anything else. Everything I was interested in, even literature, poetry, had to do with either our own freedom struggle or those of other countries.
When I was studying in my school, for 4th standard, physical education teacher of my school wanted to make me run with champion of the district. I am in 4th standard, she was in 7th standard. I ran with her and then I won the race. That is the starting actually.
എനിക്ക് സ്ത്രീകൾക്ക് മുൻഗണന വേണമെന്നല്ല, തുല്യത ആണ് ഞാൻ ഞാൻ എന്താ പറയുക, ഈ സമൂഹത്തിൽ കാണാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യം. ഒരു തുല്യത എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇപ്പോൾ സ്ത്രീകൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും പുരുഷന് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല, പുരുഷൻ ചെയ്യുന്ന എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും സ്ത്രീകൾക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അത് കോ എക്സിസ്റ്റൻസ് ആണ് ശരിക്കും. പീസ്ഫുൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള, വളരെ ഹാർമോണിയസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കോ എക്സിസ്റ്റൻസ് ആണ് ഞാൻ കാണാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. അത് ഇപ്പോൾ പുരുഷനും സ്ത്രീയും ഒരു പരസ്പര ബഹുമാനം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പരസ്പരം സ്പേസ് അനുവദിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുകയും, എന്താ പറയുക, നമ്മുടെ വീക്ക്നെസ് നമ്മൾ തിരിച്ചറിയുകയും മറ്റൊരാളുടെ സ്ട്രെങ്ത്തിനെ നമ്മൾ അക്നോളജ് ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് ആ ഒരു ഹാർമണി ഉണ്ടാവുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്.